welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or not tinted hydrator review on the new Wet n Wild Bare Focus tinted hydrator right here. And I'm also going to be trying out their new Wet n Wild Impossible primer. So super excited to dive into this. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka The Mexican Beauty here on YouTube. I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure you are notified every single time that I upload a new video. And lastly, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, The Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here posting, I'm there literally 24/7. You just don't want to miss it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this tinted moisturizer review. Okay, so my skin has been a little bit red, a little bit dry. I've been trying to do all the exfoliation, all the good skincare to get it popping again, but I swear I think it's the weather. I'm just ready. I'm mentally at a beach. Moisturizer, I did put on the Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. I love this baby right here. We're gonna be trying out a new primer. So we're gonna be trying out the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is supposed to be a silicone-free primer that does it all. It mattifies, it hydrates, it blurs pores, it preps skin for lasting makeup, and it's impossibly silicone-free. So here we go. Ooh. So that's what it looks like. And we're only gonna be applying primer on one side, and the other side I'm gonna leave it primer free just so that we can kind of also do a wear test on the primer. It does remind me a lot of Maybelline Baby Skin because I feel like a lot of people have tried that, so that's kind of what I can easily compare it to. So that's what it feels like. I'm just gonna kind of warm it up. And it really melts into the skin when you warm it up really easily. And you guys can see that it does give you some hydration. So I'm curious to see how this is going to kind of matte the skin. So that's the primer. First impressions, really do like this. For the price, I think it's really good, but obviously doing the wear test will be able to kind of determine it a little bit better. And I think not applying primer on this side will also kind of help. We're just not gonna apply anything. I never not apply primer, so this is a big step for me, but it's a step that we're gonna take. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. So this is an oil-free perfector, delivers hydrating benefits in a buildable sheer to medium tint for flawless, softly luminous complexion. Hyaluronic acid and plant-derived squalene help promote healthy looking, supple, moisturized skin. This is vegan. I think these both are, yes, I think Wet n Wild is vegan. So I was really weirded out by the shade range. They have such a shitty shade range. I think 8 shades or so, but this one that I did pick up was in tan medium deep. So let's hope that this is the right shade for me, because if not, we're gonna have problems, Wet n Wild. I just feel like I understand having less shades with tinted moisturizers and foundations, but like 8, what is that? We need 20. So we're gonna be doing this side with my Cookie Sponge. Okay, so let me go ahead and apply it. It feels very nice and like velvety. The smell isn't the best though. It smells kind of like clay, but it's very like hydrating. So let's go ahead and blend this out. I always feel like applying tinted moisturizers with a sponge is just not it, because I feel like it really shears it out because it's damp, but this actually looks really nice. It looks very healthy, very like everyday friendly. I'm actually impressed. It sits really nicely on top of the primer that we have going on. The color I think is pretty good, which I wasn't expecting it to really be much, but this is with one layer, you guys can see. Definitely covered a good amount of my redness. Not everything, but it definitely did cover really nicely. Like I can see myself going out with just this much product for like an everyday, just going to the grocery store, doing something very simple where I kind of want a little bit of coverage. Looks really good. You can see the difference with just one layer compared to having nothing on the skin at all. So I'm going to take a little bit more. I forgot to mention here you get 0.91 ounces, so less than standard size for a typical tinted hydrator foundation situation. Let's see how this does on the forehead. The forehead I'm never really worried about because it's pretty evened out, so I'm kind of like, we don't need that much product up here. But we do need to cover the nose. I love how lightweight it is. I'm actually really impressed. I honestly was not expecting a lot from Wet n Wild with this product. I don't know, the smell is not my favorite. It's kind of like clay-like. I mean, look, and even so, like it does give a good soft matte finish, like once applied, which I really like. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the primer. Let me try to blend that out a little bit. Really impressed with the primer. I feel like it's doing really well with the tinted moisturizer. It looks really, really nice. Okay, Wet n Wild, come out with more shades now. I think first impressions, the people that are gonna like this the most are definitely gonna be people with combination skin, like, because I feel like it hydrates what it needs to hydrate. It also kind of sets as a very soft matte finish. Right now, because we did layer a little bit more on top, that's why it kind of looks a little bit luminous here. But once you let it set, it sets really nicely. So this is with a layer and a half because we just used what we had left from the areas where we didn't apply any product for that second squeeze out. But look at this, it looks really nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our brush. So for our brush, we're gonna be using my e.l.f. brush. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. So good and very affordable. This product may be a very slept on product, just first impressions, because I haven't seen that many people talk about it or hype it up as much as I would expect it to be hyped up, considering how nice it is. Also that primer, I did see the primer is sold out on Ulta website. That's kind of where I was looking at it to see if I could go in store and get it, but my Ultas don't have it. And then I saw the primer was sold out and I was like, ooh, this might be a good primer. And so far I'm liking it. Okay, so this is the side with the brush. I have to say, with the brush, definitely applies more full coverage faster. And that's something that always happens when you do use a tinted moisturizer with a brush. If you want more coverage, just go in with the brush right off the bat. If you want more buildable coverage and you kind of want to see what it's about, then definitely take your sponge first. I really like it. Okay, yeah, definitely. I feel like I got the coverage that I built up to on this side here right away with the brush. So that's just something to note. Definitely looks very nice and fresh. I have to say, I feel like it gives pretty good coverage. It does say sheer to medium, which I can see maybe if you use your hands, it'll like sheer out a little bit more because you're adding more pressure as you're applying it. But I think overall, it looks really good. I do feel like it looks a little bit more luminous on this side where we don't have any primer on. This side looks a little bit more healthy, a little bit more poreless, you know? Because it's supposed to do all those things, smoothing, give you hydration, and give you a little bit of a matte finish. I would say it's a little bit of a soft matte. There's still some radiance right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back, give you guys my very first impressions on how everything worked together, and then we can go ahead and start this wear test because I'm super excited to see how this tinted moisturizer will do all day long. You guys know I love to give you all the full day tea. So BRB. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 11:30 a.m. So I have to say, I am very, very impressed with these two products. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the primer just because I feel like that's kind of what goes on first. Honestly guys, I feel like I noticed a big difference between this side and this side right here. I feel like this side looks absolutely perfected. You guys will definitely see more up close and personal when I do my in natural lighting clip, but I don't know, I just feel like it looks so good. Like it really looks so good. It looks blurred out. This area right here where I have enlarged pores looks completely smooth and just gorgeous. So I really love how that looks. I feel like it just gives the skin such a beautiful finish. I feel like this side, I don't know, the texture's a little bit more enhanced. So that's kind of my concern with it. But I definitely do think that this primer does make a difference, especially seeing it side by side with the side that doesn't have any primer on whatsoever. I think everything went on so much smoother. And I think for like $4.99, this is definitely worth checking out. So now let's talk about the Tinted Hydrator. So I really do like the Tinted Hydrator. I didn't go in and set the face with powder. Like the only area where I did apply a little bit of powder was right here at my under eye because I do crease. Everywhere else, it literally just set so beautifully. Very impressed. Definitely gives you that like soft matte finish once everything sets into place. It doesn't feel sticky. Now that everything's set, it all feels really, really good. Very, very velvety and soft on the skin. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. As you guys can see today, I kind of have more so like a full coverage makeup look, just because I'm gonna be taking some pictures and stuff. But like, You can build this up to be more so of your like going out makeup, and also have it sheared to be like you're just about to run an errand. So far, I really do like this. I feel like it looks great on the skin. It's giving me life. It's giving my skin life. I'm super impressed because I honestly wasn't really expecting much from this. So I'm just gonna carry on with the rest of my day. I'll see you guys for my in natural lighting clip, and then I will see you guys at the end of the day for my final thoughts. So stay tuned because you're not gonna want to miss this review. Hey guys, so I'm back right now. It is 9:57 p.m. I actually went a very long day wearing, where is it? And literally, here it is. I'm like, where is it? The Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, and I have to say I'm very impressed with how it held up, honestly, because I really wasn't expecting something too crazy. I have to say the side where we did go ahead and prime looks really good. Looks like it stayed in place very, very nicely. The side where we didn't prime, some of the product did come off. I was wearing a mask, and you can see some areas the product is coming off. This side, it all stayed in place really well, and I have to say that whole mattifying effect, definitely am seeing it here because I feel like I do look nice and matte and in place. So I think overall my thoughts are I'm very impressed with this. I was not expecting much, like at all, honestly. The only thing that I do want to see just drugstore brands in general work on is shade ranges, especially for tinted hydrators. I feel like they are so off. Like there needs to be so many more shades of this, and that would be fantastic. So listen up, Wet n Wild, we need more shades. But I mean, I'm really impressed with the primer. I feel like the primer is also another little guy that you need. This primer will really change the game for you. Like it just looks so good. It definitely is something that I will be using, and I think these two together, definitely worth the purchase. If you're looking for a new primer that will really do the job of smoothing, but also hydrating, but also giving you that matte finish, look no further. You do not need high end. This little $4, $5 primer is the one for you. Definitely recommend this to all different types of skin, whether you have dry, normal, combination, oily skin. I think it will get the job done for you, and it will be a great everyday product. And also, even if you want to build it up to look more full coverage, definitely works great. So I think that's all I have for you guys. If you guys did enjoy watching this review, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. Really helpful for me. And I think that's all. Besides, don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.